welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I would share with you a get ready with me for date night. And as you can see, this is not the after, this is very much the before. We've just finished having a play date and now I just have to quickly get ready to go out. So I am going to have a shower while Matt baths the kids, and then I'm gonna try and put one to bed and then do my makeup and my hair. It's like a mum get ready with me, but I hope you really enjoy it. If you do, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, let's do this. So this is me at the end of the day on an average Saturday. Today we've had football and a play date, but now it's time to freshen up because we are going out and Matt is home from work. So he is going to bath the boys while I jump in the shower. And today I'm so excited that this video has been sponsored by Maui Moisture Hair Care range. They've actually challenged me to be one of their vegan pledgers and test out their vegan hair care range as part of Veganuary. So I've been trying out their products for about 2 weeks now and I've been so pleasantly surprised. They smell incredible. That's like the main thing that I was like, oh my god, they smell amazing. But also they've made my hair feel so soft, and they're vegan, as I mentioned. They're also cruelty free and they have no nasties in them, such as there are no SLS, there's no parabens, no silicons, no artificial colors, and they use some really good ingredients like pure coconut water. There's also a unique aloe juice formulation within the products, and they use 100% pure aloe juice, and that is actually the first ingredient in these products, which I think is what's making my hair feel so soft. But there's other lovely ingredients. They're all inspired by Hawaii. So if you want to find out more, I'll put all the links in the descriptions that you can go and check it out. I personally have been testing out 2 of their ranges, one for dry hair and one for brittle hair, but they actually have 5 different collections. So no matter what hair type you have, whether you have normal hair, chemically damaged hair, or curly hair, there is a range for you. And they're a really lovely price point as well. You can pick these products up in Superdrug. I love the packaging, I love the smell, as I said, and they're vegan friendly and cruelty free as well. While I'm in the shower, I'm also going to wash my face so I have a nice clean base to put makeup on again with. And then I'm also going to use one of these like lathery loofah things because I think it helps to exfoliate. Don't worry, I wash this regularly. I know some people don't like them. But once I'm out of the shower, I'm just going to tone my face with the Elemis toner that I always use. And then I'm going to use my day cream because I think it's a nice primer for when I reapply makeup. So even though it's the evening, I'm going to put that on, just blob it all over my face and my neck and rub it in. And then I'm also going to put on some eye cream, and then I'm going to use my wet brush to brush through my hair. I love this. My hair is obviously really long, and this is great for getting any tangles out. Then I'm going to give my hair a little bit of a shake and comb it through with my fingers before using the Maui Moisture Bamboo Fibers. This is a blowout mist that is for thickening and restoring your hair. All you do is just spray it throughout your damp hair, and you can brush it through or comb it through with your fingers like I am now. Then I'm going to try and let my hair dry on its own as much as possible. I'm actually going to go off, put Jackson to bed, and then come back. So as you can see, it's a little bit drier, but tonight I am in a rush, so I'm going to blow dry my hair through. I'm just going to rough dry it mostly. I'd say until it's like 80% dry, and then I'll use my big wet brush to try and, you know, make it a little bit straighter. My own hair is like really straight anyway, but it is really fine, so anything I can do to give it some added volume is a good thing. Once it's all dry, I'm going to go ahead and use my InStyler on my hair. This is a gadget that really only curls the ends of my hair. If I wanted to go for big curls, I would use something different. But for tonight, I think I want it mostly straight with just a little bit of a curl at the bottom. So that is what this does. When you close it, it like spins around and curls it. And for some reason, it seems to work really well on my hair. So yeah, I'm just going to go around my whole head, just taking big sections, just so that there's like a little bit more going on with my hair. But the good thing about this is it's really, really fast. Once my hair is all done, I can focus on my makeup. So this is my bare face, and I'm actually feeling a little bit spotty here with my complete bare face out. I do definitely suffer with hormonal spots, but to cover them, I'm going to use my Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is my holy grail product. This is what I use every day. It just has really good coverage. I use it in 3N1. I think it's called Ivory Beige. But yeah, it just has really good coverage. I feel like it just covers up any little like imperfections imperfections. So I'm just going to put it on with my fingers, and in my morning routine you will have seen that I just rub it in with my hands, but because it's a date night and I have a bit more time, I'm actually going to make an effort and use a full coverage brush. I feel like when I buff it in with this, it just is that bit nicer and holds a little bit longer. So I'm just going to go around my whole face, buffing all of that in before going on to my concealer. And for my concealer, I'm using my Clarins concealer that I always use. I use this in number 1. It's like the lightest shade that they possibly do, but I just want it to be really, really bright under my eyes. So that I do just apply with my fingers. I'm just going to dab it on and rub it in. Sometimes I also put it on around my nose or my chin if there's any dark areas. But as you can see, I think it makes it look so much brighter. Then I'm going to move on to blusher and bronzer. I use this Charlotte Tilbury palette. I really like that it's all together and it's simple to use. I'll just put some of the pink on the apples of my cheeks, and instantly I think that makes me look so much healthier. Then I'm going to move on to the bronzer. This is a matte one, so it's great for contouring, and I always contour the same way. If you followed me, you'll know this. I just do my forehead, then my cheekbones, and then under my chin. So I do a 3, and then I do an E on the other side, and that's it. I do my neck as well. And then I'm going to use this new highlighter that I recently got. It's a Bobbi Brown one, and it's really, really lovely. It's got a lovely shimmer to it. So I'm just going to put that on my cheekbones, down the middle of my face, and then onto my Cupid's bow on my lips. And then I also recently got this palette from Bobbi Brown. Normally I would watch a YouTube tutorial on how to use a new palette, but my phone is downstairs, I don't have it. So I'm kind of winging this, so I don't know if this is any good. I put the lightest color all over my lid. Then I put on this one, which was called Silk, I think, kind of in the corners of my eyes. And then I put a nice little one, I think it was called Champagne, in the middle of my eye to try and like make it pop. But when it comes to eyeshadow, I'm just so bad at it. I never feel like I do a good job, as you can see. Then I need to do my eyebrows. I nearly forgot. I have had microblading before, so there's a nice base there. But I'm going to use my Benefit Gimme Brow to kind of put them into place, take any powder that has got into them out of them, and tint them a little bit as well. In terms of my lashes, you guys might know that I have lash extensions every 3 or 4 weeks, so they don't really need any mascara or anything. And then for my lips, I'm using a Charlotte Tilbury Walk of Shame. This is one of my favorite colors, especially in the winter, and I'm just going to put that on and then add a little bit of gloss for a bit of shine, because I am a 80s, 90s kid, so I like that. Then for my outfit, I'm wearing my Zara dress. This is a maxi dress, but because it is so leopard print, I'm going to put on this little cropped jumper on top of it. This is also Zara, and I feel like it just like calms the whole outfit down. But I've been living in this dress. It's so versatile. You've probably seen it if you follow me on Instagram. Then I'm going to wear these little like ankle booties. I think they're really nice. They're really comfortable as well, and the dress has a bit of a slit in it so you can kind of see them through. And then I'm going to wear a little like off the shoulder bag, and that is my outfit. So yeah, not too dressed up, it's just a casual night out with Matt. But yeah, I hope you like it. That is it for this video. That is pretty much everything I do to get ready for date night. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out Maui Moisture, details in the description down below, and thank you to them for working with me. So now I'm just going to say goodbye to the kids. The babysitter's here, so I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.
Bye.
Say night night.
Night.